this thing going.
Welcome to the fastest 2 hours in radio.
Rules in action. It's up to each one of us to know the rules and follow them. Follow.
All systems go.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust, Chris Knight, and Eric Johnson. The Morning Edge starts now.
In 3, 2, and we're back.
And we're back.
Monday. Thank God.
It's a new year, a new cycle.
It's a new year.
Merry New Year!
Fresh start.
Happy New Year.
Clean slate. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year? More like Unhappy New Year.
Your positivity is infectious.
I can't wait to get started.
It's showtime!
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to The Edge. Happy Monday, January 3rd, 2022. Oh, we're back.
Can you believe it?
We're back.
Is anything different?
Yes, we're happier. We're going to be happier. We're all about fun now. We're more about fun. We're about having a good time.
I thought we would see a bunch of change starting with Eric. I thought, man, maybe he'll be on time. The first show back in January.
And it took 30 seconds for you to make me laugh.
And no.
It's been forever. It's interesting because I'm right here. I'm trying to, it's been so long, Chris, that because I've been off from work, like all work, TV work, radio work. As I talk, I'm doing a new password because I couldn't remember my password to get into Facebook. I've been trying here, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, could it possibly be this? Could it possibly be? Oh my God!
Oh my!
It's
8:05.
8:05. We just started, and Eric Johnson walked into the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened.
Can you believe it?
I can believe it, and I love it. And
Good morning, Eric.
What?
I hear the voice. And we welcome everybody else back, all of our listeners. You're listening to The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, I'm Vic Faust with Fox 2. I hope everybody is enjoying their day. Hope everybody's well rested. Hope everybody's ready to rock and roll.
What'd you do on your time off?
I've just been very, very
Did you find love?
stop it. Don't oh my God.
I seriously haven't talked to you.
Did you find love?
I haven't talked to you in 14 days? I mean, that's a lot of time.
Yeah, during the time off, most of my time has just been spent with my kid.
That's cool. But you can't do that the whole
stuff.
14 days.
Yes.
I mean, that's boring.
And I'm trying to find hold on a second here. I'm trying to get my password. Hold on. I'm discombobulated until I get this back up and running. As we came in,
Yeah.
Chris said, I wonder if Eric's going to start the new year off coming.
No.
And you're
No
here early.
resolutions. No resolutions.
You're here early.
Look, here's my resolution. My resolution this year is to acknowledge that I'm always late. I'm always late. There's my resolution.
That's easy. You're kind of like
I thought
Antonio
this one
Brown.
time that maybe Eric will be here at 8:00.
No. It's not about anyway. Don't worry about me. Let's worry about you. Let's back to you.
No. We've got Chris, are we on Facebook?
We are.
Okay, we're back up and running. All right, Eric is here. Sorry, this first segment has been kind of, we're getting
It
back
doesn't
into
have
things.
to be. It doesn't have
It's
to
like
be.
starting the car back up. I know, but out in the cold. You just got to get it running a little bit. And you rock and roll. You move from there. Joe Patterson, finally, The Edge Morning Show's returned to the airwaves. No, I didn't do much over the week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't 14 days. The radio show might have been 14 days that we weren't on.
Yeah. So there was nothing good that came out of this? I mean,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
You can go.
No.
You can watch game
spent a
shows with
ton.
your kids all week. That's
No,
fine.
I was with my kids a lot.
Yeah.
My son, my son was sick a lot.
Did you get COVID?
I didn't. No, I didn't get COVID.
Well, no, that's not a stupid question.
No, it's
That's
fu-
not look,
It's a legitimate question considering what's going on right now. I keep hearing of lots of people having COVID, but not being as serious, which is a good thing.
A couple of my band buddies have COVID right now, and they're like, "Yeah, not much to this. Runny nose. What do you want me to say? That's about it. And that's why I asked.
Well, our president came out and said, we shouldn't be worried about case rate. We should be worried about hospitalizations and deaths. And, but the hospitals are, there's a lot of people in the hospital.
Yeah. Did you get what you wanted for Christmas?
There's a lot.
What was the best thing you got for Christmas?
In the hospital.
What was the best thing? I mean, the thing where you're like, oh, damn, snap.
I got to watch my kids.
That's it? No, give me something.
What do you
I
mean,
haven't talked to you in like 14 days. What did you get? Was there something you got for
Christmas? I said the same thing. What have you been doing?
What did you get anything for Christmas?
You weren't on TV.
Listen,
you were not
Come
on
on,
the radio.
man.
I didn't get anything for Christmas, but I don't. Well, who would be giving me gifts?
Oh, you didn't get nothing for Christmas.
Not like
nothing.
Here's a coupon to an equestrian day up in Wentzville. That would have been a good one. A cologne? Did you get a good cologne?
Mandy and I exchanged gifts.
What'd you get?
That was the only gift I got.
No, it is not.
I promise you. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm a grown man. I don't.
Everybody says that, by the way.
No, I don't. I promise you, I did not get a. That's what I got.
What'd you get, Chris? What was your best
She got
gift?
me a bottle of wine, and I got her a gift certificate, and that's kind of what we do.
What kind of gift
we've
certificate
done.
did you give her?
I got her a gift certificate to a restaurant near her home.
Okay, that's nice.
And she got me a nice bottle of wine.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's not
I
like
wish that I had more excitement to tell you. I didn't really do anything during my time off, and that was that.
Okay. New Year's Eve.
What did you get? What did you get for your what did you get for Christmas? What was your best gift?
I'm right there with you. I mean, literally, it's a head nothing. But you know what? You're right. Was there anything that you got for New Year's Eve? I just got waved off. Good. Stop over here? Come on, man. What did you get for what did you do for New Year's Eve?
I didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything for New Year's Eve?
I did not.
No.
God, this is the most
did
boring
not.
I did
show
not
ever.
go out.
Let's somebody call Tabitha Hassel. Maybe she had a good New Year's Eve. My God.
I didn't do anything.
What did you
I actually
do?
literally.
You're the one asking all these questions. What did you do?
I played in Kansas City, Missouri, had a fantastic time. Then we played at Helen Fitzgerald's. PRL had a fantastic time. It was actually a very productive. I had a nice 14 days. It was kick ass.
Rosalind did send me a present. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all.
little
See, you
present.
could have said that.
Okay. It wasn't like I was opening stuff up. And it wasn't like, and that's just it, bud. It wasn't as exciting.
I mean, I feel like this
I'm
is like a
sorry,
normal
it's boring.
conversation
It's boring.
when
It
you
was-
come back from break. You're like, this is a normal conversation. Back to COVID.
Speaking of COVID,
It's all over the place.
mm.
Eric, I'm sorry. I wish I had more excitement. I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't.
right.
I didn't.
I'm done. My New Year's resolution is to stop
I'm with
living
you.
vicariously through you.
You shouldn't.
I'm not
because
doing
I
it
don't
anymore.
have this lifestyle.
I'm not doing it. You seem like you
every
do.
day-
You
I
seem like
know.
you do.
Because every day we come in, you're like, oh,
Just enjoy
man,
it.
Man, look at you do that. I'm like, no, I don't.
Everybody right now listening to Facebook
I'm a boring
or on the radio.
dad of 3 with 2 jobs. I'm not as exciting
Wow.
as you think that I
like
am.
death of a salesman over here.
Maybe I'll come in tomorrow and I'll change it all up. I'll become different for tomorrow for you, buddy.
Okay.
By the way, if people want to give us a call, we'll give you that phone number again. The phone number is 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. You can also jump in on the Facebook line, 100.7 The Viper. Of course, you can always check in at viperrocks.com. Once again, viperrocks.com. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. All right, Chris, what was your Christmas thing? Were you like me? Because you looked at me like, man, you didn't open up any gifts?
Pretty much. I kind of did nothing. I was going to go to Florida, and then some stuff came up. My mom went in the hospital and is still in the hospital. So
Why? Why did you go to the hospital?
She's having some heart issues. Maybe. I guess they're going to do some more tests today. So I just kind of hung back and, just did the thing with the family here and didn't do a whole lot.
Maybe
New
that
Year's Eve,
Yeah.
I think I was home by like 12:30 or something. I mean, I just didn't have a whole lot going on.
Maybe that was the flavor of this year. You just didn't want to do anything. Maybe you just wanted to decompress. Maybe our friends on Facebook, did you guys decompress? Did you guys just sit around and do nothing, which is totally cool? Some people went out. Some people went out and did fun things. I would imagine this wasn't a big year to give a bunch of gifts. Maybe that's right. I'm just trying to gauge the flavor of the whole year.
I know you were trying to make it about me. I'm just telling you. I literally got that. It was so far behind. I got a bunch of things done. I ran errands for a week. I was off for a week. 1 week from TV. 1 weekend a day, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I just got a bunch of things done.
That's fantastic.
Did I miss what?
Do you miss TV?
Yeah. Yeah, I miss my job. Absolutely. You got to recharge, though. And it's the old thing in the business, and especially in TV. And I'm sure it could be for anything. When you leave and you come back, you are amazing. You're sharp. You're like, damn. You're like the best anchor, best reporter you can be.
Yeah.
And then like a day later or 2 days, you're so worn down.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, man, it feels like I've been working for years straight. That's how the business can be, unfortunately.
I'm one of those guys, I hate to say it, and I feel like I'm Krampus over here. Curmudgeon.
By the way, I did see some of Krampus. That you brought it
It's
up.
It's scary, isn't it?
And then scary.
Come on, man.
No, it's not
Krampus
scary.
will get your ass. Anyway, it's kind of. I hate to say that I'm not a big. I am one of those guys that look forward to the 26th. I want it to be over. There's a lot of stress. It starts right around Thanksgiving, and then boom, you're like, it just kinds of feeds, and you're like, boom, on the 26th, you can just relax. It's time to relax, and then it kind of gears up again for New Year's Eve, and then the day after New Year's Eve, you can watch a couple bowl games, and you know it's over.
That's what I did.
That's how I feel about
it. You reminded me. I watched a ton of football. A ton.
Yeah.
Good. So you seen Antonio Brown rip his shirt off yesterday. And
yeah, for those who don't know, it's a
like
national story. I mean, people are all talking about it from a concussion standpoint, CT standpoint, to a mental health standpoint, to a selfishness standpoint. Yeah, your Tom Brady Buccaneers are done.
I don't know about that.
Because he's.
Oh my God! What is wrong with you?
Watch. He doesn't have. Antonio Brown was his next guy after his
Gronk.
Well, Gronk's still been hurt. They've just had a ton of injuries. Anyway, if you didn't see yet, he got upset. The coach said, "Well, if you're not going to go into the game," because he wasn't going into the game for whatever reason, he's like, "Then get off the field."
And he got off the field.
He threw
his jersey and his shirt.
In the stands, he ran off. It's like, what is going through somebody's mind?
I'll let you know Sunday when I'm at the game.
We talked about this I think it was right before the Junior Seau. He committed suicide due to this thing with the concussions. Well, I kind of feel like that's what's going on.
Well, he's always had some issues too, and that could be.
Not one team that I can remember did he leave on good terms. I mean, he left
Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers he left on bad terms, and when he went up to New England, he left on bad terms, and the Raiders he left on bad terms.
That was a big deal. You know what else? It was bad, and we can talk about it. The other thing is, one of the funniest tweets was from an NHL writer who covers the Blues. He arrived in St. Louis, and he's like, "It's never felt so good to arrive to 20 degrees in St. Louis."
I know.
That following a -0 game in Minnesota, New Year's Day night.
It was one of the biggest outdoor hockey events.
53,000 people were there.
They love the Blues in that thing all of a sudden, don't they?
Well, no, I mean the Blues they've been in it twice. There's been multiple teams that have been in at least twice. I mean, it's been good. The Blues have won both their games, but I tell you what, they looked amazing. But imagine playing hockey in 0-degree temperatures for 3 hours, and that's how long they were there. So they got to come back. So congratulations to the Blues.
Yeah.
They seem to be getting back into things, but they got hit hard too. So many people out because, and it's not just the COVID in the NHL. That's what it is. In the NFL, it's COVID, but it's in the schools because now, I mean, so many schools are going back virtual this week. It doesn't necessarily mean for good or for a long period of time, but for this week.
Mm-hmm. I
mean, you've got school districts all over the place. I know there's lots to talk about. But
state of emergency went bye-bye the way of the dodo bird, Missouri, anyway. State of emergency has been discontinued.
Governor Parson discontinued the state of emergency. But right now you've got the issue of schools virtual.
Yeah.
I mean, and I haven't had a chance to get it. My computer just got back up at Edwardsville, East St. Louis, heck over here, St. Charles, the schools that we talked to before. just this week, and then they'll revisit it next week. But St. Joseph Cattleville, the largest elementary private school in the state of Missouri, they're back virtual this week, starting this week. Most there's kids go back this week. Most kids do. I mean, it's Tuesday.
Isn't that ironic? Because there's a few schools that have discontinued their mask mandates, and they're just back in school full time. So the school district, there's no rhyme or reason to any of the school districts all of a sudden. None. I know of one school district now that took the mask away.
Well, it's to each their own. I mean, I don't even know if they're going to get into that. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's not easy. You want to be a leader. You want to be a superintendent.
Yeah.
You want to be in charge of things. My gosh, president of a business. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Politician, governor. Have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun with it all.
And then since the last time I saw you, Mayor de Blasio is now gone. Eric Adams is now in charge of the most dangerous city in the planet, and he said he's coming in there and kicking ass and taking names. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, well, he's. I mean,
a lot of stuff
Eric
going on.
Eric
in the
Adams
world.
is a very interesting guy. That's for sure. Very, very interesting. But around the St. Louis area, you've got
crime up.
Well, it's interesting. I don't know if it crimes up. There was some
bullet holes in
statistics.
Cars. You go out to your car all of a sudden, and now there's bullet holes in your car.
Oh, did you see? That's the other thing. Sunday night or New Year's Eve night, over 700 reports of gunfire. But then you had multiple people get hit
by stray bullets.
I mean, and then including kids on top of it all, which is just sad. The exact numbers, I was looking the numbers up again. They were, a guy from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, one of their reporters, photographers, posted about it. I mean, you're talking about 736 shots fired.
How do you feel about that?
4 people were hit by bullets and 2 teen girls were hit because it is what it is.
Chicago, 25 shootings yesterday, 5 deaths. How about that? That's a good one. That's an oldie but a goodie.
No, it just seems to happen in a lot of these major cities.
Man, you know what? Eric Adams could come out of this looking. I'm very excited about this guy. He's putting the ghost squad. What did he call it? The undercover cops are going back out of the street. Dude, this is going to be fun to watch New York. It is going to be fun to watch New York. And if they can somehow crack the problem with crime up there, and then it makes California look like idiots and St. Louis look like idiots, and he knows what he's doing. Come on.
Whatever makes you smile and get you happier, because we're trying to be more fun in 2022. We're trying.
How's that going to happen?
We're trying. We're gonna.
Okay, let's talk about AOC going to Florida. How about that one? That was fun. She looked like she was having a blast in Florida.
I saw the pictures, and she was having a blast. She was. I don't know what she was drinking, but I want some.
It was a Mai Tai. She was having a blast. Who cares? You know what? She was having fun. I thought you would enjoy that one. It's kind of one of those abstract stories. At AOC, our favorite chump to kind of talk about on the show, she goes down to Florida because she wanted to get away from her own mask mandates that she loves so much in Washington, D.C. and in New York. So what do? You pick up and you go to Florida and you have a mask vacation. But it makes her look like the biggest hypocrite on the planet. How do you go back now?
Or the other people say maybe she sees what it's like there and she changes her tune.
All of a sudden, she's conservative. No. all of a sudden, she's a Trumper.
I'm disappointed in both of you.
What?
Oh, no.
Why?
Both of you.
Instead of going to break, we'll hear you tell us.
Go ahead.
You did not mention Betty White.
We haven't gotten to it yet.
Well, you should have. That should have been the first thing out of our mouth this morning.
Oh, damn.
Really?
Yeah. Betty White. It wouldn't keep her here for
Oh.
another month so the poor lady
18
could turn.
days. 18 days.
100 years
What are you going to do?
Time out, Chris. What do you mean they would, quote, they would?
The man upstairs.
He's talking about God. He's talking about God.
The man upstairs wanted her. Wouldn't keep her here for more than 18. I mean, that literally, she would have turned 100 in 18 days.
Chris, what's the difference?
Well, that's a good point. But the number sure looks good. 100 verse 99.
99.999.
That's right.
It's kind of like it's kind of like COVID.
So now I didn't even know all the Golden Girls are gone.
Yeah, they are. Well,
every one of them.
It's 2022, Chris. The Golden Girls were big in 1980s.
Yeah.
But it's only 22 years later, Vic.
No, that would
Right?
be like
40.
30.
No,
That's 42.
80.
Somebody
that's
do the
42
math.
Years.
Yeah, do the math here. 80
Chris, we're
to
talking like
2022. So
and
32
they were all
years.
grandmas 40 years ago.
Well, that's true. You ever watch the Golden
Yeah.
Girls? They weren't young.
Yeah, Maude wasn't young in the Golden
Yeah.
Girls, that's for sure.
She was the oldest, correct?
Who, Betty White?
Yeah, was she the oldest?
I don't know. We'll get into it. We got lots to talk about. We were just lightly touching on some of the subjects. You guys make the show. Trying to have more fun here. 636-695-2915. 636-695-2915. As we go to break, I was going to say that I was going to be quiet, but I've got to say it now.
Yeah.
I was like, Eric, the only Christmas gift I really
I didn't mean
wanted.
to get you mad at me, man.
I know what you're going to say.
The only Christmas gift
I know.
the only Christmas gift I was waiting on
Was $1,000.
was the $1,000
You know what?
you
Yeah.
owe me, and it didn't show up under the tree. I was like, Santa Eric did not show
That's
up
fine.
for Vic.
You know what?
My kids didn't get a Christmas because
Hey,
of
look,
that
I
$1,000. okay?
legitimately looked.
I hope you
look,
bought
hold
another.
on.
I hope you bought another guitar with my $1,000.
Look, I legitimately looked for a PS5 for you. I almost stole Chris's PS5 for you. When he wasn't looking, I almost walked it out
now,
of his
like
front
I said,
door.
we'll call it even.
I know. I'm telling you what. That is a PS5 right now will take you.
Graham will give you part of his signing bonus someday when he signs if you take care of that.
As a virtual reality rock star. I understand.
We got to go to break.
All right.
This is how we're going to come back
Right.
with EDM music.
Yeah.
This is the holiday EDM music again. I can tell, isn't it, Chris?
Yes. It's New Year's.
All right. We're getting rock and roll. We're revving our engines back up. You're listening to the Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight. A Big Faust with Fox 2. Phone number 636-695-2915. Back with more right after this.
Edge Morning Traffic.
Back to work for many on this first Monday of 2022, and thankfully, it is a quiet start out there. If you're traveling eastbound, grab the sunglasses. I-70 eastbound from the 6470 split over to the Blanchard Bridge is a quiet drive this morning. 64 drivers also in good shape from Lake St. Louis over to the Boone Bridge. No slowing of traffic on 364, 370, highways 61 or 79. And then over in St. Louis County, a stall 64 eastbound at McKnight. That's on the right shoulder. If you are headed to Lambert International Airport for an outbound flight, check the flight status. There's more than a handful of canceled flights this morning. No delays getting into downtown on 55, 64, 70, or 44. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
Panera believes in saying yes. Yes to clean, fresh ingredients. Yes to the new chicken sausage and pepperoni flatbread topped with rich mozzarella. Yes to delicious mac and cheese. Yes to putting it on a sandwich, creating the grilled mac and cheese sandwich. And yes to impromptu road trips to Sandwich, Illinois. Because that's living life to the flavor fullest. Get $1 delivery when you order on our app. Panera. Live your yes. Pricing and product availability may vary. Visit PaneraBread.com.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
With everything going on today, it's easy to forget to take care of ourselves. Compass Health Network is here to help.
We provide a wide range of mental health, primary care, and dental services for the entire family. Whether you need to talk to a therapist, get a routine health checkup, or have a filling replaced, Compass Health Network is here for you in person or virtually. Call 844-853-8937 to schedule an appointment or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code MILE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code MILE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code MILE.
With Amdro, you can enjoy your backyard like never before. Our round-the-clock pest protection gives you the peace of mind to enjoy your great outdoors without a care in the world.
Cannonball!
Okay, we can't defend you against the splash zone. But when it comes to ants and other pests, we've got you covered 24/7. Find Amdro in the insecticide aisle at your nearest retailer.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Watching Mayor de Blasio
Don't go on a rant.
do his
Don't go on a rant.
victory lap dance after 4 years of the crappiest term as the mayor of New York. The only thing that Democrats and Republicans can agree on is what a horrible mayor he has been. So, sayonara, sucker.
Wow.
2022. It's a new year. Because guess what? I have a feeling I'm going to be standing right here next year. And you know what I'm not going to be looking at? Dancing as the city comes aboard you.
Yeah.
That,
You
that's
tell
how-
him, Andy.
that sounds like a vodka-fueled rant.
Yeah.
By
Our own St. Louis.
Louis's own,
Yeah.
Andy Cohen. Oh, my. I mean, we may need to hear that again at some point, Chris, because halfway through I'm like, oh, my God, I cannot believe I'm actually listening to this. I heard about it. That's the first time I've actually listened
And
to it.
they're always drunk. Have you ever noticed? CNN is always drunk on New Year's Eve. Legitimately drunk. What was that? Kathy Gifford? What was her name?
Kathy Lee Gifford, but who isn't on New Year's?
Oh, my God. It's crazy. It's
But
just
that is Andy Cohen going off on former New York Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. And Andy Cohen is a staunch Democrat who was tired of all of the things that he had to deal with living and being around New York
the
City.
bullet holes, the crime, the taxes, I mean, he was the worst mayor in history of the planet.
I don't know. I haven't seen him issue an apology or anything, so I
Who, de Blasio or Andy
No,
Cohen?
Andy
He's
Cohen.
not going to do that. That's not how he rolls. He's
Andy
like,
Cohen.
yeah, I said it.
Chris, that was great. I'm glad that
Good
you
job, man.
that you played the Andy Cohen, St. Louis's own, enjoying himself. So anyway, that's it. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight. I'm Faust with Fox 2. Thanks again for making the edge, what it is, here starting 2022. Heck, in 2 months, let's see, just about 2 months, it'll be 2 years.
Really?
2 years on radio.
Do you feel like we're winning the war on COVID?
Oh, my God, stop it. Did we have to talk COVID again already right out of the break?
Well, that's why we started the show 2 years ago.
There isn't a war on COVID. There isn't.
It's a
war.
passive game.
There's no war.
It's like ping pong.
The phone number to give us a call is 636-695-2915, 636-695-2915. We're not about resolutions in here. If you have any, go ahead. Let us know on Facebook as well, 100.7 The Viper. You can check us out at viperrocks.com. From the Facebook line, Cindy says that Sam Page is talking now. That's one of the things that I think you're going to see, unfortunately, starting here in 2022 is more COVID talk. I just hate to see people divisive on the issue, and it's going to happen.
You go back to TV tonight, right?
Yes, I do.
You get to find out how many COVID deaths from this Omicron thing we've had. We've had
we're
way
not
more
really,
than enough time.
Well, fortunately, we're not real. They haven't spiked, which has been the good thing.
I mean, you can go
There's
to the
a lot-
hospital all you want, but how many people have died of COVID?
You got more positive cases, but even the president has now said we shouldn't be looking at positivity rate. We need to look at deaths
Exactly.
and hospitalizations. So I don't know. I mean, that's the only good thing is that's what's happening. Lots of people have, quote, COVID or Omicron, but at the same point in time, and there's unfortunately Omicron and flu's all lumped in together in the hospitals. But you don't have the death rate that would accompany it, which is the good thing, thankfully, because we don't want people dying.
No, that's the beauty. This is great news, and then we can talk about something awesome.
It is good
We can
news.
talk about something awesome after this. But everybody, since we've been on break, Omicron came and is now the leader of all COVID viruses. Delta has now been pushed to the side. Omicron has now taken over. It is going to be the kind of thing that you'll get, and apparently, and I've had now 3 people that have had this thing, a sniffle, maybe a cough, maybe a little bit of discomfort maybe a little bit of a fever. But guess what? 3 days later, you're over it. Now, I've had a lot of my friends have the flu this year, and it has done some damage to them. That the flu this year is insane, apparently.
Some of the numbers that I saw from the health officials, and I think this came straight from the CDC as well, when you start to look at the flu as well. And the flu, as it's come, we're told that it was going to, quote, make a comeback. But in 2019 to 2020, there were 38, little flu cases in the United States. Flu cases.
Yeah.
There were estimated like 38 million flu cases.
Yeah. Okay,
Cases.
correct. Deaths. I think you mean 38. No, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. Right.
20 to 21, there were 1,822
Okay, that's
documented flu
stupid.
cases in 1 year. So, because they said we eliminated it all of a sudden.
We eliminated the testing. We're
But
not worried
now
about
it's
that
back.
anymore. I
So,
got you.
The flu is horrible. Hey, Sam Page is talking. Some people may want to hear it. Some people don't. Here's what St. Louis County Executive Sam Page is saying right now at a press conference.
That normal that we all long for is nowhere in sight. Thank you, and I'd be happy to take any questions.
For people who have been maybe out of pocket during the pandemic or during the Christmas break, doing whatever they've been doing for the last couple of weeks, how would you characterize the seriousness of the situation at this point? When we're talking about levels that are extremely high of virus in the community, where are we, and do you expect it to get worse before it gets better?
So the question is, where are we right now in this pandemic? We have case rates, positivity rates that are worse than they've ever been since March of 2020. This is the worst we've ever been in the number of cases and the positivity rate in the pandemic. The hospital admissions last week were the highest they've ever been. And I don't see this getting better in the next week or two, and I don't think anyone else in the public health world or the health systems expect it to get better anytime soon. We have a problem.
I know you're pushing for the mask mandate, but just for clarity's sake, what power do you have and what power does the county have to make these things happen?
The question is about the mask mandate and how it happens. The county council or the county through ordinance has the authority to issue public health orders. The county council is required to approve them, and that's the authority that rests solely within the county. There is also authority that's granted through the state for the Department of Public Health to act independently through state authority. That authority of the county health department to act through state authority has been interrupted by the Cole County court ruling, and we're appealing that right now.
Are there any other regulations that the county is considering apart from the mask mandate? I'm talking about possible curfews or occupancy limits in light of the
So the question is about further restrictions, and I spoke to the public health director this morning. We're not considering any of those. Right now, we believe the path forward is vaccinations and putting on masks, and doing everything we can through social distancing, through masking, and getting people vaccinated to control the spread of COVID in our community. But this is a very serious position that we're in right now.
You talked about in your comments about the virus potentially shutting down the county or at least slowing it down. Are we talking about potentially a shutdown like we already experienced before, or what? Can you context that a little bit?
Sure. The virus is impacting businesses, restaurants, retailers, the ability to provide employees to open their businesses, to take care of their customers. And we're seeing restaurants now closing for days at a time or limiting their hours. We're seeing retailers limiting their hours because they don't have employees to take care of people who come in. And that's not going to get any better as COVID spreads through our community.
So it's not necessarily that a shutdown will be imposed, it's more that a shutdown is going to happen because of the impact the virus is having on the
Businesses, yeah, the question is about the impact of COVID on our economy. And it's already impacting our economy because it's making people sick, and it's causing businesses to slow down their operations, and some of them to close intermittently because they don't have employees to run their businesses. And we're seeing that all over the country.
We're seeing, of course, a lot of school districts change their policies when it comes to masking and social distancing. What additional guidance are you offering as the department, as the health department, to school districts?
Well, the question is about guidance to the health department. From the health department to school districts, we have a work group of school district leaders who meets with the health department on a weekly basis. They discuss their circumstances and what's happening, and our health department provides feedback to their ideas. The school districts have the authority to require masks. They have the authority to set guidelines and restrictions within their schools, and I expect them to continue to do that. We're not recommending that schools close or go virtual. We're recommending masking and quarantine guidelines that very closely follow the CDC recommendations.
Two-part question, last question from me. What are you all doing to expand access to testing in the counties that we've kind of been overwhelmed all over with testing? And do you all have enough resources to combat the surge that we are seeing in cases?
Well, the question is about testing in the community, and the Department of Public Health is a piece of that testing. Most of the testing and vaccination is done through health systems, through pharmacies, through the healthcare network that provides care in our community. The County Public Health Department helps with that, mostly for uninsured and underinsured populations. We're very busy. We, like everyone in town, are struggling to provide enough tests for this massive surge of the virus in our community. We'll continue to make those tests available. Our testing operations in the County Health Department used to be, up until about a week ago, used to be walk-in, and now they're going to require appointments, like in the pharmacies and the health systems and the doctor's offices across the community, because the strain in our system, because of the surge of COVID cases, is so big right now. It's hard, not because we don't have enough tests, but we don't have enough people to perform those tests. And when I say we, I mean the Department of Public Health, I mean pharmacies, I mean the entire healthcare system in the county.
Wow. Well,
St. Louis County Executive Sam Page talking about the situation. There is a very high case rate going on. Hospitals are full. Fortunately, the death has not accompanied it in a large matter.
Happy New Year.
Which is the good part of that. You know, we want to, like I said, we want to try to have fun. We talk about current events, trends, what's going on. I mean, that's a big story locally. I do think, and people can judge Here's the thing. Sam Page says we need a mask mandate of some sort. He thinks it'll work. Eric Schmidt says, no, we don't, because we still haven't stopped with the mask in schools.
Right.
And yet you say that the kids are sick, but if the mask worked, where would we be now? I mean, we would be better. That's his argument. So there's always two sides to the story. I mean, that's where we are. And then, of course, lots of people on the Facebook line jumping in, talking about where they are. I mean, it's very concerning to me, but I have solace in the fact that the death toll has not jumped how it's been.
That's the question of the day.
And it still is the same thing. It's, we all have older relatives. It's those who are older or have a medical condition need to be very concerned is what it's
about
what
a
we're
cold
being
as
told.
well, about getting staph infection by working in the garden in the backyard. So the look, my New Year's resolution, I'm not going to bash Sam Page anymore. We know what he's about. This is a political thing. He's done a horrible, in my opinion, you don't have to have the same opinion as me. He's done a very bad job with St. Louis County. A very bad job. He's been combative. He hasn't gotten anything done for that place over there. He's masked. He's trying to mandate everything with these masks. I think it's political, my opinion again. He's trying to save face and say, look, we're going to sue Eric Schmidt and say we're going to win this thing. No, you're not. It's not about winning or losing. Stop doing a bad job. And you know what, Sam? You should have come out on that podium and say, look, I know what Omicron is because I'm in the medical field. I'm a doctor. This is less severe. A lot more people are going to get Omicron. It's going to be more like a cold, from what we understand from
Omicron.
From all of the reports. It's a lot less severe. And you know another thing, because I'm a doctor, I'm telling you this for your own good. You're now going to have a natural immunity to what is called COVID. This is what we've all. There was not one positive stick in his little diatribe there.
Well, I mean, keep in mind,
and that's just analyzing
keep in mind
it.
for him though too. He's a county executive when the COVID cases are at the highest levels in more than a year.
But so what? How many cold cases are there? How many people are afraid of getting the cold? I had the cold over the weekend. I didn't have to go to the hospital. This is a good thing from what I understand. And I'm not trying to say this because I know what I'm talking about. I'm not a medical expert, but even PBS said that this is a good thing. It gives more people an opportunity to get exposed to it.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that out there too.
And it actually can burn through a community to where the next variant of this thing, you might not even know you have it in the next variant.
Well, some entities are calling it the endemic now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we talked about that before we left for the break. That the first person I heard talking about endemic is Eric Schmidt.
Yes.
He's the first one who started putting that. And we talked about that on this show. Is it really a pandemic or is it an endemic? Right. Just like flu.
Yeah.
Just like the common cold. But there's another side to this too.
Okay.
When hospitals are maxed out, and keep in mind, you also have to remember hospitals got rid of staff as this was starting in 2020.
Correct.
Now they can't get staff. Oh, and by the way, I did hear people, whether you like it or not, people are starting to get their jobs back. And it's not a lot, but people who were let go or fired because they didn't get the vaccine are now being asked to come back to work in the hospitals.
Yes. They have to. They have nothing else they can do.
That was a deal that happened over break as well that I started to hear about. So we try to.
No, and again,
it's something that our community is going to be dealing with. We're going to be dealing with it for a while, so you try to make the most of it and go on with your daily life somehow, some way.
Again, Sam Page, I want to be clear. I don't want to call him names. To me, he is what he is in my own head. And to the people on the Facebook line, he is what he is. And he doesn't seem to care. But would it be nice if, as a leader, someone you want to follow, and then I'll drop it because it's boring to talk about. As a leader, you want someone to say, if you understand what I'm telling you, there is a light at the end of this tunnel. We can take some positives away. Did I mention these? I don't know what the name of the pills are, but we have some therapeutics coming out.
Yeah, they're coming.
They're coming, and
treatment's important.
Treatment's going to come. And you know what? It might not be that. It might not be that bad. In the meantime, it's cooking through St. Louis County.
No, it is. I know people, and I know people who have the new COVID.
I know, and they're like, I don't know that I have it. I went. As a matter of fact, you didn't mention this. People are finding out they have COVID by going to the doctor for other things like broken ankles, and they go, holy crap, you have COVID-19. What? So people are finding out about this new variant by being in the hospital and testing positive for COVID for other things that they came in for.
Yeah, but that's kind of been that way from the get-go. It has been. That's been there. Oh shit, I forgot I was going to bring up here. The situation that we're dealing with is one where you just have to make the most of what you can. However, while it's good that the death toll is just not there and the lagging indicator has not proven to be the case with Omicron, which is good. We don't want that lagging indicator. That's great news. That makes me happy, especially with as divisive as this whole thing can be. You do have a situation where, somebody I know's dad had problems, with cancer.
Okay.
Couldn't get into that, was going to have to wait 5 days to get into a bed for treatment because there are no beds.
Yes.
That's an issue.
I think
So I'm like, within the hospitals, man, I wish they could hire, wouldn't it be cool if they could use money to go out and get people to come in and work? But healthcare workers, they're like, man, we've been doing this for 2 years.
What did I tell you before? So
we need it. We don't want to be dealing with this stuff anymore. It's so hard.
It is so fair that we right now, I think we can do this, Vic, you and I and Chris.
It's just I'm just happy to see that we just don't have people in a large amount passing away from Omicron now, which
should have done this. This would have been the way to handle this. If I was the mayor of St. Louis or whatever, if I was whatever I'm at, I would say we are building a facility that we are going to just continue to bring beds into. Hopefully this facility has nobody in them, but it's going to be our overflow. Don't go to the hospital. Go to the Edward Jones Dome or whatever it's called and go there, and that's our COVID center.
Yeah.
It's a triage place. We have 14,000 beds there. Do not go to SSM. Do not go to Barnes. Do not go to your local hospital. If you get COVID and you need to be helped, go there. That is the biggest downfall that this disease has seen, is that you actually had to go to a hospital to get treated when we could have set something up off-site. Do you agree with that?
I don't know. I guess you'd have to wait and see how it would play out. I'm just grateful that we're able to talk about this now, that we can, we're not trying to attack anything, trying to just keep we're talking about facts.
But I think you can start talking the post-mortem on this.
Yeah,
we can talk the post-mortem, right? We can talk about what happened and maybe what could have been done better. We're at that point. Omicron is not killing anybody anymore. It really isn't. They would love to talk about that on CNN right now.
Well, I mean, there are some deaths, but it's not where they
It's
thought.
not because of COVID,
no,
though,
they
is it?
thought it would be, and it's not, which is a good thing because we don't want. I mean, it's one of those things that every day we're talking about this, talking about that, talking about this, talking about that, but the hospitals are full, and that's unfortunate. And
if our leaders
and that does affect people, as we're trying to figure out where to go and what step is next.
Unfortunately, the hypocrites are going to start to come out of the woodwork. AOC now, who has been saying this is the worst thing that has ever happened, is now in Florida drinking cocktails with her boyfriend without a mask on. And they went there because they knew that was the freedom of COVID. You want to be free of COVID? Go to Florida. Go to Texas. We're going to talk about that more and more and more. Is that these politicians are going to they cannot fit. Did you know, since we were off the air, since the last time, the mayor of San Francisco, the one that has been preaching about Black Lives Matter and to defund the cops, is now saying, no, screw that. We're done with that. That's the dumbest. These leaders are going to have to start backing out of these dumbass things that they've been doing.
The mayor did not say it like you said it.
Well, it was close.
But that's where they are.
I think it's going to be fun to watch these bad policies. These liberal policies are going to start backing up, and they're not going to be able to figure out how to handle this stuff.
One thing before we hit the break, not David Tannehill, but another ER doc friend of mine who works out with me.
Yeah.
I saw him when I was working out on Saturday, so I waved him down. I was because I wanted to ask him questions.
Okay.
He said, "Here's the deal: we're maxed at our hospital at the ER. He's a Mercy guy, another Mercy guy." And I asked him what he's seen. He's like, here's the thing, we're maxed out. He's like, Vic, it's still mostly, now whether it's a good thing, bad thing, or however you want to take it.
Yeah.
He's like, it's still almost all or mostly unvaccinated older people who are in our ERs right now.
Gotcha.
With it.
Gotcha.
So that hasn't changed. And
Okay.
I said, has the dynamic changed? Has the demographics changed? He's like, no, but he's like, most older people have some sort of medical condition anyway.
Right.
I mean, if you're over 70, you've lived a good life, and usually something may have gotten you by that point in time.
And remember this.
So, but he did say that is the makeup of their ERs is older, unvaccinated people.
Okay, I understand, but remember this. Before we left, there was this little thing called Delta. That thing's still lingering around.
Yeah.
It's not just Omicron that came from South Africa, which is a lot less severe. It's Delta's out there, too, and that one is severe. So we're kind of passing through that one
Well,
as well.
I did ask him the test. The test that they have, it tests for COVID, it tests for the flu, and then it tests for RSV.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll tell you which one of those three.
Right.
Didn't
know that.
So hey, we're trying to get information out there.
The endemic. We're at the end of this thing.
Be. Hey, we're going to have some more fun when we come back. You're listening to Edge, Eric Johnson, Chris and Adam, Big Faust of Fox 2. We got your morning headlines. You can give us a call. The phone number is 636-695-2915. Welcome back to 2022. We'll come back. We'll set the stage. We'll have some more fun there. Hey, how's your break been? What's been up? What are you going to? Any New Year's resolutions? Lots going on in the St. Louis area. By the way, we've got some information regarding flights. Oh, man, whether you're coming in or coming out, gosh, we've got some issues to deal with. Plus, winter's here.
Right.
It's going to be cold.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold.
Because none of that white stuff.
It is cold.
That white stuff hasn't made it to the ground yet. That's for sure.
You and Platinum Rock Legends are going to have to wear more clothes on stage.
we have fur coats. The funk show.
Yeah, we'll set the stage. We love you guys. We appreciate it. You guys make what the show is. It's The Edge. Happy 2022. Back with more right after this.
Edge Morning Traffic. Molly Rose joining you again. A quiet start to the first Monday of the new year. If you are headed back to work, it's smooth sailing across the metro. Traffic on the go, I-70 from Lake St. Louis through O'Fallon, then over to St. Peters, then over the Blanchard Bridge into St. Louis County. Volume is light on 64. No problems getting over the Boone Bridge and into the Chesterfield area. Quite a few canceled flights, though, out of Lambert, so check on the flight status if you have an outbound flight. In St. Louis County, a stalled vehicle on the Interbelt northbound, just north of 6440. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose, and that's your Edge Morning Traffic Report.
The Morning Edge. 100.7 The Viper.
Hey, it's Shanny from the Legendary Lunch, and I'll tell you what, this has been such an amazing football season so far. So many great games, so many great plays that you don't want to miss a single snap. And Mascots Bar and Grill has you covered for that. They get every single game every Sunday. They have NFL Sunday Ticket, and they've got some of the best food around. Enjoy your Sunday game day at Mascots. Play in the Bags tournament out front. Come inside, watch all the games. Keep track of all your fantasy players. It is so much fun at Mascots on a Sunday. You won't want to miss it. And if you tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, you can get that Legendary Lunch special all day long, $5 for a big old burger and fries. It is so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. Hang out every night of the week if you want. Come play rock and roll bingo, and you can win some great prizes at Mascots Bar and Grill, 4881 Mexico Road in St. Peters. Mascots, home of the Legendary Lunch Special.
Travers Automotive and RV grand opening in Wentzville across the highway from the GM plant is happening right now. We have a selection of over 1,000 new late model cars and trucks with new vehicles arriving daily. Shop from all makes, all models with financing for everyone. Looking for an RV? We also have over 200 travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes from Mesa Ridge, Open Range, KZ, Winnebago, Dutchman, and a great selection of used RVs. Whether you're looking for a car, truck, or RV, make Travers Automotive RV your one-stop destination. Located off Highway 70 at the Highway A exit.
Dirty rugs get replaced cheap.
Get your home ready for the holidays and the new year with a visit to Contractors Flooring Supply and replace those dirty rugs with brand-name flooring at dirt cheap prices. Contractors Flooring Supply is your U.S. Cortec waterproof flooring wholesaler, Mohawk and Dreamweaver direct carpet broker. Contractors Flooring Supply at the shops in Warrenton next to the new License Bureau.
Dirty rugs get replaced cheap.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a speed bump. Did you hear what I said? I'm a speed bump. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, the cost to reattach your muffler could really be a bump in the road. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hi, it's Julie again with Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville, Missouri, located at the intersection of Wilmer Road and Interstate Drive. We offer on-site security and 24/7 access. We are proud to have served as your one-stop shop for all your moving and storage needs since 1984. Right now, we are offering $25 off moving or a free month storage for new customers. For more information, visit us at bensmovingandstorage.com, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook for future storage sales. Ben's Moving and Storage in Wentzville.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at weberchevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, weberchevrolet.com.
Now another hour of The Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
When it comes to happy hour, Playoffs in O'Fallon has the best 11 to 6 every day with 275 domestic bottles and 17 TVs showing your favorite hockey, baseball, and football games. So grab a seat inside or on the patio at Playoffs in O'Fallon on Highway K and N. And Playoffs has a great menu too. Pizza, burgers, wraps, salads, sandwiches, and the best wings in town. So watch the game and indulge yourself at Playoffs Sports Bar and Grill on Highway K in O'Fallon.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Viper weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Monday. Lots of sunshine, back to work for a lot of folks. It's a cold day, 39 for the high. Tonight, clear and cold down to 24. Tuesday, partly to mostly sunny skies, slightly warmer in the afternoon. 45 degrees. A dry cold front comes through Tuesday night. Wednesday is windy and very cold. A struggle to reach 32 for the high on Wednesday. Wednesday night, clouds, couple of snow flurries late 15. Thursday, it's cloudy with some snow and bitter cold. High temperatures Thursday only in the teens. A little too early to put any numbers on this, so we'll watch that carefully. And again, the main problem could be on Thursday. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Just want to let you know, if you're trying to fly out of town today, I'm sure you've checked already, or if you're expecting anybody flying in, got some issues. 10 flights in and out of Lambert were canceled today. There were 13 arriving flights and 10 departing flights that had some issues, plus delays. And we're being told because of COVID issues and staff shortages, things of that nature. So just go ahead and check that. You want to make sure what's going on there. We talked a little bit about it. St. Louis County COVID cases at its highest level in more than a year. Hospitalizations were up over 700, I believe, on Friday. The silver lining in that gray cloud is the fact that the deaths just haven't come with all of the case totals. the lagging total has not proved to be the case with Omicron so far, which is great. Unfortunately, a man was shot in his chest in the Baden neighborhood. 2 others injured in Sunday morning shootings in North St. Louis. There were over 730 reportings of gunfire in St. Louis City New Year's Eve night. Stray bullets did hit 4 people who were just doing nothing, but they got hit. I don't believe we haven't been told about any deaths yet from that standpoint. Some school districts are staying virtual this week. I guess it would be maybe going into next week too, including Edwardsville School District, including East St. Louis School District, St. Joseph Cottleville over here in St. Charles County area, largest private elementary school in the state, also for this week. And that's a lot, not just because people being COVID, but because of quarantine and close contacts. So those are some situations that are going on there. Blues get back to action Wednesday after an awesome weekend where they looked really good in the Winter Classic, playing in 0 and sub-zero temperatures. Our temperatures feel really, really, really good compared to what they're doing. NFL action, Chiefs lost yesterday. They will not be the number 1 seed more than likely for the playoffs. However, Antonio Brown also just ran off the field yesterday. He's no longer a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, which severely hurts Tom Brady and the Buccaneers' chance. Let's look at your morning headlines. I'm Vic Faust.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Speaking of Antonio Brown, you know what else he lost? He lost a lot of damn money.
Yeah, he
Did
didn't
you
care.
see? He did not care. He had three objectives to do, and they were very close. One of them was, I think, 1 or 2 more receptions.
5.
Was it 5?
5 more receptions. 1 touchdown pass,
and he would have had
$1 million.
Yeah.
$333,000
a piece
per. Yeah,
$1 million
a piece.
$1 million
$1 million. That's crazy.
Yeah, he doesn't care, but that's fine. But that's a whole nother issue, unfortunately.
But why?
Because he's
did you
not
look up his net worth? It's not what you think it is.
No, it's not. But because he's not thinking straight, and that could be from some hits. It could be but this could be from a mental illness that's been there. It certainly appears like a mental illness, and because he's had this for quite a while. This isn't the first time. So
you think it's from it might be from concussions from prior football, or
that's all speculative, and you really don't know until you do, an autopsy and you look at a brain.
Right.
But it appears more like, and I'm not a doc, but it just appears more like mental illness. And some people just can't get along with people. They just can't.
Yeah.
And he's been that way for much of his career. It just didn't start today. It's been that way for years.
Yeah.
And he's had multiple crazy exits from teams in the past. So there you go.
Remember when it was normal for T.O. to just take a Sharpie out of his sock during a football game and sign a football?
But now you got to throw it. You got to strip down and run off the field. And he did it in an opposing stadium. Like, they don't care. I was like, oh man, Antonio, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? But welcome back to the show. Eric Johnson, Chris Nett, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. The phone number to give us a call is 636-695-2915. You can also jump in on Facebook at 100.7 The Viper. And as always, ViperRocks.com. Once again, that's ViperRocks.com. Okay. Sorry about the planes. People coming in and out. It's going to get cold here, too. Single digits by Friday morning. I mean, last night when I went to bed around 10:40, 11 o'clock around that time, it felt like it was 6 degrees. I mean, that's what the wind chill was. So winter's come back. We had a very, very calm and comfortable December. That's for sure.
Yes.
That made it easier. And how about this for a crazy headline? Remember the BlackBerry phones? I mean, we all had a BlackBerry phone, didn't we? Or
I didn't.
You didn't. Of course you
No.
Oh, I did.
I did too.
But it was the beginning of the thumbing the phones.
Yeah.
I had the old BlackBerry that was a Nextel. You remember those?
I'm trying to remember now.
You'd push the button and it would go, and you'd be like, "Hey, where you at?"
Bling, bling.
And it would just come across your phone.
It was like a walkie-talkie.
Yeah. Did you?
Oh, yeah.
It was a nationwide walkie-talkie. You would
Yes.
be able to talk to your crew. It was like an intercom.
Was that
it was taken over by Sprint.
But was Nextel starting out to be like a sales, like, hey, if you sell this, then you get this much money. And
I'm not sure.
No, they were legitimate. I mean, Nextel was a big phone company. But
no, I remember somebody saying, "Hey, Vic, you got to get on this Nextel. Let's sell it.
Maybe.
Or we need to sell Nextel, and then if you sell to so many people, then you get money, and then you get percentages."
Yeah, but the BlackBerry was the first social media kind of thing you could text with. You could do it with flip phones. Remember, flip phones were the big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that? The flip phones?
Big time.
Aren't flip phones coming back?
The Razor. You would just flip it and it looked cool.
Vic, did you ever have a bag phone?
Well, hold on a second.
Oh, yes, a bag. Yes.
Well, hold on a second.
Yes, I got one out of a pawn shop.
BlackBerry, the reason we brought that up, BlackBerry, believe it or not, today,
no more.
They stopped working. All BlackBerry phones stopped working.
That's what the executives used to use, remember? As a matter of fact, everybody...
So now you can go, now that we know BlackBerry's done, now you guys can ask me about bag phones.
Did you ever have a bag phone?
Was that an 80s thing?
Dude, it was.
No, it was like
yes,
it was like a 90s thing.
I thought the bag phones were for cars.
Yes, you put them in your cigarette lighter.
Wasn't a car attached? Weren't their phones
You
attached?
had a little antenna on your car, and you had the phone in your car. It was mounted to your car.
Dude, this is aging us so bad because I was having a conversation. Look, you want to have fun with the Edge? Fine. Back at football. Look, it's embarrassing, all this technology that I'm still used to. I'm still used to Walkmans. Do you remember what a Walkman was?
Yeah, I do. Come on, Eric.
You remember? How about beepers?
Yes.
Do you remember what a Walkman is, really?
I do. Eric, come on. Eric, I'm not a young guy. I'm younger than you, but I'm not a young guy.
Okay. Do you remember phones on the wall with the cords? And you would go to Radio Shack and buy the longest cord you could so you could talk to your friends in your room. Do you remember that? You'd go get the 50-foot
Radio Shack.
Never mind. You know what? I'm done with this conversation.
No, it's funny. Hey, Todd.
But that's what the BlackBerry is.
I know.
all
Todd
of a
from the
sudden.
Facebook line said, I had a bag phone when I delivered Emo's Pizza. In my 280ZX, I was a baller.
Hell yeah. Dude, you were styling. I bought a bag phone at a pawn shop one time.
Oh, rotary phones.
At a pawn shop. And I think, if I remember right, it was by the minute. You paid by the minute. I can't remember exactly, but I did get it to work. I made one phone call on it, and that was it. I was like, I'm literally talking in the car going 60 miles an hour. I don't know how this is working.
Somebody did, and I love our Facebook line because they'll correct us too. They told me that was XL was the pyramid scheme. I was thinking of Nextel, XL.
Or Web TV. Do you remember? We can do a whole segment on old crap that didn't. Well, that went to become something else. Do you remember Web TV?
Todd also says he thought it was
Web TV. I do remember.
by the minute. Was that your phone?
Yeah, it
service
was by the minute. Yeah, it was by the minute. Oh, I remember what it was.
Oh God! And the phone bill used to be
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You would buy the bag phone, Vic. Then you would make a phone call, and then like some automated operator would come on and go, "This call will be 2 minutes a minute. Would you like to continue?" And
2
then
minutes a minute.
it was like
Or
$2
a
a minute or something like that. Would you like to continue? And I remember you had to put your account in there and stuff like that. And then you would like, I can't talk long, but I just want to say hi. Hi. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Wait a minute. Tell me about this. How did I miss Web TV? How long ago was that?
Web TV was in the mid-'90s, and it was basically a set-top box that you could attach to your monitor, and it would get on the internet.
Okay.
And that's how you got your internet. Well, but that was a multi-level marketing thing, and you would sell it, but it was cool.
Well, I'm starting to learn about this because I'm not getting into who I'm doing. I'm getting ready to change my TV service. So I feel like
there is no such thing as TV service anymore, by the way.
Exactly.
Roku or nothing.
And that's okay. Well, I was just I was told, oh, well, you could get a Roku with this situation that you're trying to, and just put that on the other TVs
It's
in your
awesome.
home.
It's awesome.
So where do I get Roku?
Walmart.
You just go to Walmart and get a Roku?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it you just plug it in like an HDMI?
I haven't had Spectrum or any TV service for like 5 years. 5 years. And basically I take my TV with me on my cell phone. That's how the kids are doing it these days.
Yeah, that was shown to me. Once again, you're like, oh, what's all this fun stuff you did over break? I'm like, dude, I'm so busy.
Yeah.
I'm just catching up with everything now. Now I'm like, oh, you know what I did? I caught up with the rest of the world over break. There you go.
By just by getting rid of Facebook, right?
No, by getting rid of Facebook.
By getting rid of multimedia, by just kind of unplugging from the world.
No. I'm finding all the other things that are out there technology-wise.
Oh.
Because I haven't had a chance because I race, rush.
Yeah. Well, the next thing to
Roku,
come.
definitely. I have Spectrum for internet only. Todd says, dude, I pay $200 a month for Charter and I get nothing.
Look, let me tell you what the kids are doing.
You just bought a Roku and that's all you have.
I bought 6 Rokus. All my TVs are hooked up to a Roku.
But what do you get with your Roku?
Everything. You HBO. You get you have.
You get all the sports channels.
You can choose. Look, check this out. You can choose what is called YouTube TV, and that's live.
Yeah.
You can choose Hulu, I believe, which has all the live stuff. You can choose what are some of the other ones? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Those
but you
are
don't
two
get
main
Fox.
ones.
But you don't get Bally Sports.
I sure do.
Okay. Do you get SEC Network? Do you get?
I
Big
sure
Ten
do. You can buy anything off of those services, I believe. I mean, there's some things you can't get, like HBO Max. You can buy HBO Max if you want. You can buy Netflix, and then you have a whole dossier full of stuff. But the kids right now, check this out. So someone on the Facebook just said, well, I have Spectrum for my internet, and then I have Roku. Some of the kids now are using their 5G phones as a hotspot. They don't even have internet anymore. They just have their phone that attaches to their TV.
Yeah, but you still have to
That's
have
it.
But you still have to have internet.
Well, you have to through your mobile service though. It's mobile data. So I think that we're starting to see the beginning of the end of
I've
any
heard
house
about
being
this too.
wired.
Okay, Kenny Jones says I have Amazon Fire Stick. I get everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Fire Stick's another one. That's right.
So how much do you pay for a Fire Stick?
$20
At one time.
Yeah.
How long do they last?
As long as they don't short out. Years.
Now, can you use that? Can you use what you're talking about? Can you take it with you? Is it like mobile?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, you can-
because I have AT&T TV. I have a little bitty box
Yeah.
that I can take with me anywhere I want to go. So all I have to do is plug it up to my internet on my phone.
Correct.
And
I've been shown that.
I have any channel I want to watch.
Yeah, I've been shown that you can do that too.
Yeah. You can put it in your suitcase. You can take it down.
Jeannie says I have Roku and have everything. Roku plugs into HDMI. Some TVs have it installed already. I got rid of cable 4 years ago. When I built my home, I installed antennas for local free channels and have Spectrum for internet.
Yeah, that's how most people do it. That makes sense.
Is there a better internet service, AT&T, Spectrum? I'm curious.
That's a good question. I would say Spectrum seems
These are
to be
all
the fastest.
This is what I did over break, trying to figure all these things out. That's why I'm asking the questions.
I think Spectrum.
You think Spectrum's better than AT&T?
I don't know. Whatever's the fastest bandwidth, who cares? I mean, it doesn't take a lot to stream TV anymore. It doesn't. So, you can go with anything. You really can. I watch TV more on my phone than I do on my TV.
Why?
Because it's with me all the time.
Yep.
Well, where are you watching TV?
In my studio,
right on your phone.
If I'm on,
No, I get that, but it's like, where are you?
If I'm at a PRL show and I'm just hanging out, I'll watch TV and I have every channel on my phone.
Yeah, that's
so it's a different thing.
It's
It's a
says
different.
here. The good part of any applications you install on Roku, you can take with you on your tablet, phone, or computer.
Yeah, if you have a great, iPad or something, you hand that to your kid. It's the brand new Remember when we were kids, your mom would give you Home Alone and say, "Go watch Home Alone in the other room with the VCR machine." It's the new VCR machine, but your parents just hand you an iPad, and now you can watch anything you want, and it keeps the kids kind of from going crazy.
Okay, but this is where, nothing's ever perfect. Danny tells us $20 to buy these kind of TV boxes, which we're talking about, like Roku. You download everything you want, but the worst part of it is if your internet acts up, your Fire Stick and Roku will also act up.
Yeah, that's true. You have to put it together properly, but you don't need to have a.
What do you mean put it together properly?
You don't. Here, let me put it this way. If you're getting a new house or a new apartment, right, and you want to do it the hip way, like your kids might do, Dad, just get internet and we'll have TV in every single set-top box. You go, what are you talking about? In the old days, you would have Spectrum come out and they would put set-top boxes all over the place, right? They would cable them up for you and they would test them. These days, it's just we need a great wireless connection, a good Wi-Fi connection throughout the house. And you go, okay, fantastic.
But this is what I want to know. Somebody said, okay, Spectrum rules AT&T is overpriced joke.
Okay, that just
somebody else says that I have had problems with AT&T, but Chris, you have AT&T and you said it's good.
Well, I have AT&T as far as the TV, the mobile TV. I also have Spectrum, and I would have to agree. I think Spectrum is just an unbelievable service. It always has been, even when it came out as Charter. I mean, that's how we broadcast here at this station. A lot of radio stations are transmitting their audio to the tower sites through Spectrum. I believe even your TV station, I think they're doing some of their E&G stuff through Spectrum out to the tower site. It's a very...
So is there a way to tell what internet service is better, AT&T or
Yeah,
Spectrum?
reviews.
Absolutely.
Reviews.
Yeah, and in your downtime, like a lot of people say AT&T's down a lot more than what Spectrum is. If Spectrum's down, it's not down for very long. And if it is, it's because somebody's either hit one of the sites where the fiber's at, or somebody cut a piece of fiber or something like that, where AT&T seems to go down by reviews by, just technical difficulties,
right.
Programming, stuff like that. Massive outages in certain areas. Now, Spectrum has that too sometimes, but they have a way to deviate the signal, it seems like, because when we've went down here, I called one time and I said, hey, our radio stations are off the air. And they were like, oh, okay. And they took a signal. This is crazy, okay? They took a signal that we would be getting from a place locally here in Missouri, like a switch, if you will. They changed our IP. It went to Florida and came back here and gave us service like that until this was repaired out here out west.
I just feel
where
like everything's
AT&T,
changing so fast
it
as
is.
well.
Technology's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's amazing.
So do you have a set-top box at your house?
What do you mean a set-top box?
So you have a Charter box on every TV?
Yeah, I didn't want to get into what I don't want to rip whatever is out there. So I have
it's
one
not
service
ripping anything.
and I was looking to maybe change.
Internet, the fastest internet you can get your hands on, which is about $70 a month, and then you attach a Roku to it. Boom, you're done.
What's the fastest internet?
Spectrum.
Okay.
Just go get it. $70. It's 300 up, 100 down, whatever it is. You'll never be able to outdo your video is such a small little stream these days. You can then go and record yourself doing a show. You can come back and watch yourself. It's got built-in DVR and whatnots. Seriously, it's great. It's what the kids are doing.
It's just so funny that we bring up bag phones and car phones. I mean, that
I'm telling you.
Well, it's all because of BlackBerry. BlackBerry, and what got us on it is because BlackBerries go dead today.
That is crazy. And I had several BlackBerries. That was the phone to be had back in the early mid-90s.
Yeah. Remember U.S. Cellular? Is that still a thing? That was my first cell phone company, U.S. Cellular. I am so old. I used to be so jealous. I mean, remember when you played at Mizzou, did you have headphones on and you would listen to something that would get you going, like the Rocky theme music? Did you have what's like a, I don't know. And
yeah, you're getting back into date. Those are like when you had the Walkman.
Did you have a walk? Did you use a Walkman?
Yeah,
what did you use?
What it was?
Did you have the cassette?
I'm trying to remember. It was like cassettes and.
Man, I didn't have any of that stuff. I didn't have anything to jack.
Vic, you're
me up.
old enough to know. What about, did you have 8-tracks in your car?
Did you have 8-tracks in your car?
I'm not old enough for that.
Absolutely, you are.
Not 8-tracks.
You never. What
saw
was your
some of
first
those.
car that you got when you were a kid?
Not in the car. Nobody had an 8-track in a car.
Yes. You
Nobody
never had
had
an old Camaro? You never had an old Camaro? Oh, yeah. Absolutely, Eric.
I did learn how to play guitar
Chris,
with
my
8.
first car was a 1984 car, and it did not have an 8-track in it.
No, but you had a
Not
cassette.
at yeah, but I'm sure you had a cassette.
And you'd have to rip that cassette out when it would get all all tied up inside.
Never
of
had
your...
a late 60s Camaro, Chevy 2, nothing like that?
He says
No,
no to
dude.
that. No, of course not.
I grew up in a different place than you, Chris.
He had an Audi.
Yeah.
I wish.
Dad bought a BMW.
Yeah, I wish.
He drove a Volvo.
I drove a Ford. That's what I drove.
$2,400 Volvo.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I mean, that old technology got me a lot. I mean, the 8 tracks I played, the Peter Frampton Comes Alive every day after school. That's how I learned how to play guitar. It was off of an 8 track tape.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mike says, Chris, I'm 55 and I had a Trax. It was a 75 Trans Am.
Yeah.
I don't remember there being
Man,
8
you
tracks.
must have been rich. Your family must have been rich.
Wait a Trans Am.
Wait a minute.
Camaro.
I remember
Hell yeah.
Do you guys remember the 8-track cases? It was like a little suitcase that you put your 8 tracks in.
And it was heavy as hell.
Yes.
I don't remember those. Sorry.
Vic, you were spoiled. As a
I
kid.
wish I was
Spoiled,
I
silver
was
God.
hardly spoiled. Yeah, I wish. The
First
kid-
car was a Beamer.
Yeah.
Volvo.
Damn.
That sounds great for radio. That would have been cool if it was true, but it wasn't.
But you did play for Mizzou,
Oh my gosh.
and that was cool.
Yeah, that
what
was
year
cool.
was that?
I left in 96, 95, 91 through 95, 96 year.
There's a lot of old
I
technology.
gotta go check out all the TV issues here and
Roku, Wi-Fi, you're done. Call it a day. Roku, Wi-Fi, you're done. Say it with me. Roku, Wi-Fi, you're done.
I gotta make sure that Roku's really gonna give me and
Everything
my
you want.
boys all those sports channels that we're used to getting.
Everything you want.
Because from the Facebook line, somebody said that you won't get Blues games with Roku, but that's true.
I don't know how I'm watching Blues games all the time. Then I just watched the Classic.
You watch the Classic because that was TNT.
Okay, fine. I know that Bally's isn't going to keep itself from the major streaming channels. I don't know where you get it.
The
I don't.
ESPN networks.
Yeah. Everything's there now, and you get free movies. I mean, come on, man. It's what the kids are doing.
Yeah, no, I've seen this. If you buy a new TV, all the stuff's on there. An
Exactly.
excuse to buy a new TV.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the way of the dodo bird. A lot of stuff is the way of the dodo bird. What was I watching? I was watching a documentary the other night. Did you know in this country? Oh, I know what it was. A Wonderful Life. There was an era when there were cars on the street and horse and carriages. Did you know that? It wasn't like the cars just came in and just were, boom, look, there's cars. Get rid of all the horses. There was an era, and it was probably 20 years, maybe 15 years, where you would still see horse and carriages going down St. Charles.
Wouldn't that be
But
crazy?
you also had cars going down there. That's kind of what is happening with us right now. I still think of television as television, you know? But the kids don't look at it that way. They think, what was this television you keep talking about? We basically stream everything. That's all there is to it. So we're in that gray area right now. Just go get a Roku, go get yourself Wi-Fi, and just call it a day. And then you can thank me for it later.
There you go.
I'll charge you $1,000 for the advice. $1,000 charge.
Okay, why don't you just go buy me you can buy me a new TV.
Or a new PS5.
You put 1,000. Yeah, I
you know
couldn't
what?
do that. I could do it. My son would kill me. He's been waiting on that for a long time, the PS5.
Can't get them, dude. Sorry.
They're
unless
hard
you're
to get.
going to fly over to Japan right now and
They're
go to
hard
the
to
Sony
get.
the Sony factory, you're not going to get one.
Eric would know. He's that old, talking about all of the subject matter you were just
You know what?
bringing
I'm
up.
okay with that. My New Year's resolution, I'm fine being old. If you guys want if you want to know what the old days are like, let me know. I'll let you know.
We got a couple of these things we got to get back into. When we get back from break, we'll do that. But also, look at the power Joe Rogan has. We'll tell you. Did you see what he's been doing?
I did.
We'll tell you what he's up to right now and who he's trying to stick up for. He's got 7.8 million followers.
And he's going to drag them all to this brand new place.
We'll see. We'll get into that. Love your calls as well. 636-695-2915. Happy 2022. You're listening to The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris and Adam, Vic Faust of Fox 2. You can also jump in on Facebook 100.7 The Viper. And of course, as always, ViperRocks.com. Back with more right after this.
This is the Edge Morning Show.
Live on 100.7.
The Viper.
You need to shop Kohl's right now. I mean, they have so many deals. I got 60% off holiday decor, so I'm set for next year. Fleece for under $20 and 60% off bedding. Even better, I used the Kohl's cash I earned from my holiday shopping and got it all in less than an hour with free store pickup. Who's ready to ring in the savings? Select styles. Ends December 31st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
Hi, my name is Ted, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Shake is when the peppermint shake is available, that's to me sort of announces that the holiday season is here. I guess most people count down the days until Christmas, but me, I count down the days until the shake comes out.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue.
Share a peppermint chip milkshake from Chick-fil-A this holiday. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Weber Chevrolet has been in business since 1902. No other car dealer in St. Louis of any brand can say that. Nobody sells more Chevrolet, period. Weber Chevrolet is one dealer with 3 roofs. In Missouri at Olive and 270, and in Illinois Metro East, Columbia, and Granite City. All easy to get to, just follow the 270 loop. Also, all online accessible at WeberChevrolet.com. Right now, Weber Chevrolet is open but very thorough in their cleaning, disinfecting, and social distancing rules. And don't forget, Weber Chevrolet service departments are award-winning and second to none. In fact, other dealers send their problems to Weber Chevy to fix. Now during this crisis, Weber Chevrolet has teamed up with Detroit to come up with awesome deals to help people save money and manage their budget. Discounts, incentives, and the ability to not make your payment for up to 4 months. Weber Chevrolet since 1902, WeberChevrolet.com.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters carries a full line of automotive parts and paints. They're a PPG Platinum distributor of automotive paint and industrial coatings and auto body shop supplies. For over 40 years, your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peters, just off Mexico Road, 447-4000, 447-4000, on the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
Festive wishes on a brighter year ahead from Overstock Outlet at Lake St. Louis on North Highway N. Stop in and save on their year-end specials and some of the hot items that were on the North Pole wish list that Santa Claus had missed. That's Overstock Outlet. Like them on Facebook.
It's the Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon, the annual year-long event where you can save big by bundling Home and Auto with Progressive. So big that we're kicking things off with fireworks, a monster truck battle, a fighter jet flyover, and it wouldn't be a party without the Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon dancers. You can't really hear them, but trust us, they are working it. So come for the fun and stay for the savings. Only at Progressive's Home and Auto Bundle Extrava Festa Save-a-thon. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Lowe's Provember event is back, and we're thanking pros like you all month long. So when you become a Pro Loyalty member, now through November 24th, you'll get a welcome kit via mail, Lowe's bucket included. It's all part of Provember, going on online and in stores. Lowe's, the new home for pros. New accounts only. More terms and conditions apply while supplies last. Visit Lowe's.com/ProLoyalty for details. U.S. only.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey, good morning, St. Louis metropolitan area. Welcome to The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Yeah, we picked right back up where we left off, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio anywhere. It's gone fast. 9:32 is the time already. Appreciate your calls. You know the number. You can also jump in on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper and ViperRocks.com. All right, before we get into the Joe Rogan stuff, he's making news and headlines. Mr. Entertainment, Mr. Political guy. Chris asked us a question as we jumped into break. Chris, your question was?
My question is, who is the biggest grossing actor of all time? What do you think?
Well, the biggest gross actors would be Seth what's his name? I would say that the one that makes the most money would be De Niro. How's that?
De Niro.
De Niro. Is that right?
Okay.
No.
Okay. My guess, and
Well,
this
I guess
may.
It's not it.
Okay. My guess, I'm more new school, Eric. I'm going to take a shot at
Oh.
this. And here's why. My guess is because. All right. I'm going to throw it. Chris, I'll just say it first, and then you tell me if it's right or wrong, and I'll tell you why I said it. You guys can laugh at me.
Okay.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No.
Ooh.
Okay, the reason because he's had some very high grossing movies and he's done it for a long time, and there's and it costs a lot more to go to these movies now. That's why I was thinking that might be the case.
Okay, so it's not old school.
Oh, somebody else from the Facebook line just said The Rock too, and now everybody's keep throwing.
Well, you would think it was Adam Sandler because of the massive deal he got with what was it, Netflix or something like that, and then he's a billionaire. He's made like billions of dollars with his movies.
I like one more.
So-
I like one more from our Facebook line. Then Chris, you can go ahead and give us. Jeannie says Mel Gibson.
No.
It'd have to be like someone who owns his own library of work, right? It can't be like a hired gun. I mean, you might say Tom Cruise. Can you give us a hint?
Eric, you've shot off. You've popped off like 15 guesses.
Well, if he just sits there like just a rock and he doesn't say anything, I just continue to
Who
go
is it,
until he
Chris?
says
Going
yes.
back here.
Chris, give it. Who is it? Or did you lose? You have to go back and find
No,
out.
I'm. You guys.
Just
hold
make
on a
up
second
something
here.
at this point.
No,
Oh, my
I can't do
gosh.
that.
We're losing. Oh, that's a funny one. John Parker says Samuel L. Jackson.
Come on, man. Come on.
Hold on.
Chris, come on. Chris, you blew it.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
let Eric keep guessing.
Oh, my.
No, you
Okay,
lost
fine.
it. Chris, you don't know who it is, do you?
Stanley. What? Yep. Stanley.
Actor Stan Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Never even heard of him.
What?
Yep.
Is
Are
that
you
even
sure you asked
possible?
the question
Positive.
correct?
This is like the most mind-blowing
wait a
thing we've
sec.
ever
Okay.
been on this show. That can't be true. Who is Stan
It
Lee?
is.
Is he a karate guy or something? Is that
That's why I was going to go back and pull this audio. I was really surprised to see it because they were talking about it this morning. So I'll pull
Eric,
the audio.
no,
You guys-
Chris, I think you asked the question correctly, buddy. Stan Lee was not an actor.
what was he?
Stan Lee was a comic book writer, editor, publisher, and
Yes.
producer. He
Well,
wasn't an
Hold on one
actor.
second here. No, I asked you right.
You deceived us.
No.
Not on purpose, but you asked the.
No.
Stan Lee's not an actor. I know
Hold on
all
a
about
minute.
Stan Lee. He's not an actor.
What did he write?
Oh my God,
Hold on.
Chris.
You guys do what you do, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to find this again for you, and I'll ask you again. And I'm just going by what I'm being told from Think Tank.
Stay off Think Tank. Because guess what?
What?
I'm going to go back and give John Parker credit because I guess he looked it up.
Okay.
The highest all-time grossing actor in the United States and Canada is one Samuel L. Jackson. The cumulative lifetime box office revenue of all movies in which he has had a starring role amounted to about $5.7 billion US dollars.
Crap!
As of February 2021, owing mostly to his role as Nick Fury in the Marvel film franchise. Yes, Samuel L. Jackson. You may be talking about director Chris, our producer, comic book guys.
There we go.
But that's the highest grossing actor of all time.
Every time I
it's
think
not
of,
Stan Lee.
I just think of that's a tasty burger. Every time I think of Samuel L. Jackson, it's that one line. Now that's a tasty burger.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. It is Stan
What's in
Lee.
your wallet?
It is Stan Lee. He is the highest grossing actor of all time. Stan Lee, it's thanks to his cameos in pretty much every Marvel movie that has ever been made.
But he's not an actor. That's not an actor.
It says again.
I just told you who the highest
time.
grossing actor was.
I'm just type it in.
Oh my
God. Type it in.
No, I did type it in. I typed it in.
Type it in. The
And I
highest
told
grossing
you.
actor of all time, Stan Lee, and read it.
He's not an actor.
I'm not going to make that argument.
He is if he's on camera. If he's getting an
I mean, obviously, he's made all the Marvel movies.
Number 1, actress, Scarlett Johansson.
Well, it's because those Marvel movies are so insane.
Yes.
That's like unfair. It's like people don't go to see these. You know what? Of all the let's get back to COVID. But of all
I don't want to talk about COVID.
Of all the Marvel,
Exactly. What do you go back to
Here's the
COVID.
deal. Here's the deal. You don't go to see these people. You go to see Iron Man, not as Robert Downey Jr.
He's a director, Chris. I mean, he is a director, producer. He's just
You would know
comic
more than
book
I would.
guy.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't watch
I'm just
TV.
glad
I
Natalie.
only watch Fox 2 News at 5 and
thank
9.
you. And Natalie Portman came in at 10 on the list, but
Who?
She's my favorite.
Oh.
She was in Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise.
I like
Okay.
Natalie Portman. She's an excellent talent.
Okay. So
there we go. There we go. We took her side from that standpoint. It was not Angelina Jolie.
So-
Angelina Jolie wasn't even in the top 10 that I
So
saw.
for once, John Parker is correct. Okay.
my
Good
God.
job, John. Just for once.
Oh my God. Stop it. Hey, big national story here, or it could be, should be, when a little guy like Joe Rogan moves on to acquire what he has done in his
This
life.
is big news, by the way.
Joe Rogan
Huge.
now getting people, is asking his 7.8 million followers to move to a service called Getter, Gettr.
Okay.
Getter, after Twitter banned his interview with Dr. Robert Malone, which is very interesting because Dr. Robert Malone, I believe he created, and correct me if I'm wrong, a mRNA.
Yes.
He created it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they banned Marjorie Taylor Greene. I don't think anybody should be banned, but Marjorie Taylor Greene puts herself way, way out.
And so does AOC.
Yeah.
And so does, come on, man.
No, I know. Corey Bush, like you've said before.
Corey Bush.
A lot of
is
those people
the
put
worst.
themselves out there. But I'm not surprised to see Twitter do that with Marjorie Taylor Greene. But I was surprised with Dr. Robert Malone. But anyway.
No, you have to say, from this point forward.
Getter trended on Twitter, though, all yesterday because of what Rogan tweeted about getting on Getter. He said, Getter, Gettr, Getter,
right,
is a brand new social media platform founded on the principles of free speech and independent thinking. So he is asking people to join him on Getter because of what Twitter did.
Now, who started Getter? Where did this thing
I'm not
come
familiar
from?
with it. This is the first I've ever heard of it.
The first I've ever heard of this thing. You have, what is it, Rumble? Is that the video one, the one that's competing with YouTube? Is that, what is it called? Rumble, right?
I was never very, and I said that, I debated with our former co-host about Rumble being, I just
But
never heard
I
much
see
about
it all over the place now.
I
I
just
see
didn't
Rumble
know.
all over
I
the
do
place.
know people are trying to, some people are using it.
Okay, so you have Rumble. That's kind of like a freedom of speech platform. Now you have this Getter. That's going to be a freedom of speech. You have Joe Rogan, who is millions and millions deep in followers. Come on, man. This could be the beginning of a brand new day. That the monopoly of this Facebook thing might be coming to an end.
Never.
No, I'm serious. No, come on. No, I'm serious. It's like, again, we talked about the horse and buggy being in concert with the car. At some point, there were people that said, I will never get rid of my horse and buggy. It's just not going to happen. As a matter of fact, that car thing over there, that's a fad. Don't even worry about that. Maybe Facebook is the horse and buggy of social media. Maybe these new things are going to come along and figure out how to do it properly. Don't shake your head no at me.
I didn't shake my head no.
Well, I could feel it coming from you.
No, I was just adjusting myself. Just, my back. I was adjusting my back.
Whatever.
So
You looked uncomfortable
Well,
one way or
because
another.
I looked uncomfortable because I was listening to you.
You know I'm telling the truth.
I'm like, oh my God.
I have
here
been
we go
dead on.
again.
That is
No,
one.
you haven't.
One thing about this show, I have been dead on accurate
About
on
what?
every single one of my predictions.
Oh my God.
Everyone.
Oh my God. He did not just say that.
I have.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to go put a.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go
Oh my
put
God.
a
You did
demo
not
reel
just say
together.
that.
I am.
Please
I
put
am.
a demo reel together so you can prove what you just said. And we will play it all day long. I would love to hear it.
Okay.
From the Facebook line, your buddy Drew says Donald Trump was going to start his own social media platform. Not.
Well, you know what? Donald Trump, he builds skyscrapers. He doesn't build social media networks. And not to mention, I don't even want
Get
to.
her done. I was waiting for somebody to say that.
It's not a. Look, Donald Trump used the tools that he had available to him. At the time, his tool of choice was Twitter.
No, but we're not. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with
it.
it.
Has everything to do with it.
Where is this new?
Because he was banned. He said, "Well, I'm just going to go build my own social media thing." Okay, this is different. Joe Rogan said, "Wait a minute. You just banned me because of an interview I had with the guy that developed the technology of the vaccine that you're pressing on everybody on the planet. You just banned that? Okay. Where can I go? Boom, here's Getter. He didn't build anything. He just transitioned over to it. He said, look, 6 million followers or 6 billion or whatever it is. Come follow me here. What I'm saying to you, Vic, maybe this is the beginning of a brand new social media platform, one that doesn't live inside of a liberal bubble, right? One that's like, say whatever you want. We don't care.
Hey, Eric, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just got a great post about you. Private post, private message. Hey, it's easy for Eric's predictions to be right when he always picks both sides.
That's how you win. That's how you hedge. That's how you hedge your bets.
There you go. That's a good response.
$100 on black, $100 on red,
Joe
$100
Patterson
on pass.
says Eric should predict when he's going to pay Vic his money.
Oh, I love you, Joe Patterson. I'll buy you a drink for that if I ever see you out once I get money because Eric has promised he's going to pay. So we just got to keep the
This
pressure
thing's
on
still
it.
rolling on into the new year. Of course I'm going to pay.
I love it. I love it. By the way, Pfizer, the FDA has authorized Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine now for, I believe it's, children as young as 12. So that was new news that just...
And did you hear about this? The cases of this heart inflammation from this are starting to show itself.
No, they are. That is true, and we heard about that.
What we heard about it being
myocarditis is
it's a thing.
Is a serious issue.
It's a
Yes,
thing,
it
and
is.
it's not this thing where it's like, oh, these are rare. Rare means 1 in a million. This is not. This is more, and we're starting to see these cases pop up, and that's why these professional athletes who take care of their body to the nth degree are like saying, I'm not doing this, i.e., Aaron Rodgers up in Green Bay. There might become a day when he doesn't look so stupid not taking this vaccine, right?
Well, it's not just Aaron Rodgers. I mean, most of the professional athletes who are testing positive haven't taken the vaccine. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact. So, real quick, it's called Getter. If you want to check it out, you can. Joe Rogan is trying to move people over to Getter, and we'll see where it goes. Every major company had to start small, never despise small beginnings, as Eric says. You just don't know what's actually going to make it and what's not going to make it. But Joe Rogan, certainly with his power, trying to do the best that he can. I mean, 7.8 million followers is a lot, but it's, you would need a lot more than just
you would need a Trump to
7.8.
go over there. You would need a Joe Rogan to go over there. You would need liberals to go over there.
But you're not gonna
liberals
have,
also. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
how many liberals are actually going to go and follow a Donald Trump? To
I
another
think
side?
I think if Facebook and Twitter become this place where people just don't want to go anymore, and that happens at restaurants, it happens at theaters, it happens at nightclubs, it happens at malls. But if there's a new place to go, hey, did you hear about this new thing
because
that just
Getter
opened
was
up?
launched by a former Trump advisor.
Fine, whatever. Say whatever you want. We're not going to ban anything you say. If you want to say that we should have socialism in America, fantastic. Make your case. Problem is no one knows how to make their case for socialism.
Todd makes it. Yeah, but Todd makes an interesting point. I've heard this before too. I get sucked into these new social media sites, but they're so hard to use, I lose interest.
Okay, that's fair. Make it easy.
Well, Lake Superior State University in Michigan released its annual list of words and phrases that they say need to be banished in this new year in 2022.
Back to COVID.
Do you guys have any idea what they are?
Yeah, Eric's back to COVID.
Back to COVID.
Eric Johnson, quote, back to COVID. That should be banished for 2022. Did that Well, I'm glad I make you guys laugh. Did that make the list? Probably not.
No, it didn't.
But it's on our local list.
All
That
right.
is for sure.
Number 7. Never heard of it? Deep dive.
Take a deep dive into this. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it on TV.
I like
All
that
right.
though.
You
A
gotta take
deep, dive. It means something. It's like I don't want to hear the shallow kid pool stuff. Let's go jump in the deep end.
We had one like that before. You just don't.
Yeah. What? Okay, go ahead.
It's the equivalent of, you really want to get in and break down a topic.
Yes.
You just don't.
It's not the headline.
Deep and a mile wide. Yeah.
Number 6. Circle back.
Yep.
Now that's got to go.
Yeah. Jen Psaki kind of ran that one through the ringer.
All right. Number 5. Asking for a friend.
That's funny.
That's an Eric one. Eric
That
says
is
that
an
a kid.
Eric
That
one.
is not an
Because
Eric
that's like
one.
What are you guys asking for a friend?
Yeah, that's like a social media thing.
Yeah, that's not an Eric
You
thing.
see that on Facebook a lot.
What else you got there, Chris?
Number 4. That being said.
That being said,
Yeah, I that's
I don't mind that
more
one.
like,
I don't mind that one.
that's more like a crutch because I've used that too.
Right.
Okay.
Because you can acknowledge one thing and go, now that being said,
Correct.
here's the other side of it. Go
Number
ahead.
3. At the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
I like that one too because
yeah,
I use it.
that.
At the end of the
It's
day,
the bottom line.
At
Here's
the
the
end
bottom
of the
line.
day, Eric is always
Right,
going
right. I
to-
see. I can even finish your sentences.
Number 2. No worries.
What? That's stupid. That is just flat out stupid. No worries.
No worries.
You know what I say? My equivalent to no worries. All good.
Oh, it's all good.
All good. I text that. I say that. All
Yeah.
good. That's like no worries.
All right. You ready for number 1?
Da da da. At least you got a drum roll for this.
I do.
Hold on a second. Okay.
What do you think?
I had to. Never mind. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
Wait for it.
No, it's wait, what?
Wait, what?
It's like
is
somebody tells
number
you
1.
something crazy and you're like, wait, what?
Yes.
Like, wait, what?
Yes.
That's got to go.
That's what Lake Superior State University in Michigan released its annual list of words at the end of December.
Their brains are frozen.
I guess so.
That's, wait, what?
Yeah. Wait. What?
I'm gonna
what?
use it back there. Chris, you just said wait, what? What did that study say?
Wait, what?
Wait, what? What?
Wait.
I thought you were saying
what?
I thought you were saying wait, and there was another word, and you were asking
No.
us to fill in the
Wait,
blank.
comma, what? Question mark.
How about mandate? How about that as a banned word? Mandate should be a banned word in the
Circle
United
back
States.
should have been number 1 on that list.
There's
Yeah.
also the pandemic related phrases, as Vic was saying, the new normal, you're on mute,
You're on mute.
and supply chain.
You're on mute. I don't. And nobody's ever told me that, and I've never said that to anybody. You're on mute.
Eric, you're on mute.
Okay.
What the heck?
It's what the kids are saying these days.
I don't know. lssu.edu has many write-ups on each if you would like to go to the website and read it for yourself.
Okay. Lucky us.
I know that one. Does anybody ever say fire to you? The millennials always say fire.
What do you mean?
Like if you're eating
Yeah,
something?
it's like,
man, that's fire.
yeah, that's fire. I'm like, what?
No.
Look
They
at
don't?
Vic's face. Like,
The millennials, that's one
Fire.
thing. It's like
Fire.
we used to say, "Oh man, that's cool," right? Now the new thing is, it's like if you say something, I'm going to go skiing. Oh, fire. Exactly.
Like
That's
cool,
exactly
like,
right.
Oh, cool. No.
Yeah. They don't go, oh, that's so fire. They just go, oh, fire. Anyway, moving back to COVID.
Stop it. That's the phrase that needs to stop. Stop.
Sorry.
You did not just. Hey guys, we got to take a quick break. I'm sorry, we're a little late. We got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll come right back. We'll finish out the show. The fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Anything you want to get in, let us know. Fire,
Eric.
You've been listening to The Edge. Fire.
The Edge Morning Show is coming right back.
Shop local with Revolution Mattress in O'Fallon. When you come in, you talk to the owners, Kevin and Lisa. No high pressure and no salesperson stalking you through the store. Kevin and Lisa will help you pick out the perfect mattress for your body and sleep position. Most of their products are made in America with a 10-year non-prorated warranty. See why Revolution Mattress has 5-star ratings on Google and Facebook reviews. Revolution Mattress, locally owned on Main Street in O'Fallon.
Happy holidays don't just happen on their own. You make them happen with a little help from new appliances at the Home Depot. Because warm wishes won't roast that turkey. You'll want a new convection oven for that. An air fryer will help make the season light and delicious. And while you're at it, consider a new LG or Samsung fridge that's big enough to hold all kinds of Christmas cheer. Make the holidays yours with the season's best savings on top appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Start with everyone with a brand new puppy they cannot leave home alone. And there he is now, disemboweling a sofa. Now narrow it to the puppy parents who need to get their prescriptions refilled today. For you, there's Walgreens same-day prescription delivery. Medication sent right to your door from the local Walgreens you already know and trust. So you can spend all day at home teaching your new puppy some manners. Elroy, roll over. Or just sit there and tilt your head. Aw. To join, text JOIN-RX to 21525.
Hi, this is Curtis Marks. I'm the owner of Complete Auto Body and Repair. Now that things are back up and the vaccines are out, we are ready to get back to work. The kids are home, and I'm sure you're ready to go back to work too. We are hiring all positions. We are looking for everyone and anyone that wants to make life better for themselves, and we want you now. CompleteAB.com is where you apply. CompleteAB.com. Join the complete experience. No more sitting at home. Let's get back to work. If it's not perfect, it's not complete. Others can't compete with Complete Auto Body.
Dad, and service.
Oh, yeah, and service.
He fixed the car.
Hi, this is Conrad Bellman at Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters. Right now is a great time for you to get a Carnection truck, car, van, or SUV. With our huge selection, you'll be sure to find just what you're looking for. We take lots of trade-ins and are buying pre-owned vehicles every day. Get that quality pre-owned vehicle you've been wanting from Bellman's Carnection in St. Peters at Highway 70 and 370, where you'll never pay the max. Online at carnection.com.
Welcome to MegaNet. For slow internet, press 1. For indifferent customer service, press 2. For confusing pricing, press 3. For extremely long wait times, stay on the line. You are 87th in line, 85th in line, 87th in line, 85th in line, 85th in line.
Where there was frustration, now there's satisfaction.
Hello, this is Helen at Gateway Fiber. How may I help you?
Isn't it time you refreshed your internet provider? For more information, visit gatewayfiber.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
and Doug. And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb.
All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs.
Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. I don't think the power's been on here for a while, has it, Chris? I'm freezing my arse off. But it's a good thing. It's not blowing on me. It's just cold here in the studio.
It's time to go get back into news. I feel like I'm completely disconnected right now. Today, I'm just going to watch
So you took
news.
a break?
I did. I was actually thinking about getting rid of Facebook altogether.
But if you
also.
go back into news today, you know what you're going to find.
What? The truth? No. What? Did you see what Dan Rather said?
No. What did Dan Rather say?
He goes, let's go, Brandon. What it actually means is you can't handle the truth. Dan Rather said that. He goes, let's go, Brandon means you can't handle the truth. So F Joe Biden is supposed to mean you just can't handle the truth. If you say F Joe Biden.
No,
I'm telling you right now what he said.
I know why he's saying that.
Why?
He's saying that in defense of
Joe Biden,
against people who say that. And by the way, that's probably one of the most popular phrases of 2021.
That's one that shouldn't be banned.
Let's go, whether you like it or not, something can be popular, well known.
I think it's
most
classy.
well-known phrases.
I think it's classy. You have this clown. Who was it? It was De Niro that said F Trump, right?
Yes, he did.
Live on TV. Well, we came up with something that was much more palatable.
He was praised by his audience and his guest when he said
He
that,
sure
too.
was, but man, let's go, Brandon. Oh my God. You might as well just have a cold sore on your lip if you say it. Anyway, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back hot and heavy tomorrow. Okay?
Good. You're going to come back hot and heavy.
Hot and heavy tomorrow. Coming back hot and heavy.
We got to go.
We never know what you're doing. Oh, yeah, we do. All right. Eric Johnson, Chris Adam, Vic Faust, and Fox 2. Thanks for joining us the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Trying to have a little more fun here. You got it. We'll catch up with you tomorrow. Have a great day. We'll see you for Fox 2 News at 5 and 9.
What color tie, please?
Put
you on the spot. Happy New Year's.
We're gonna pop some blue tonight.
Shanny's up next.